from my haircut with my girl Fariba. I literally drive all the way to LA. Well, when I drive to LA, I go see her because it's only $50 for a women's haircut, which is unheard of in this day and age for women. But I'm having some coffee because I'm going to need it. I'm gonna go to my high school reunion and then drive back to SLO afterwards. Gonna try to vlog and walk. Basically all week I've been so anxious, and like that's kind of like the lingering state that I'm in. It just bleeds and affects everything. And yeah, my 10-year high school reunion is today. And all week I've just been like, oh my God. Because I didn't feel like I fit in when I was in high school. Like I would bounce around from different groups because I was just like, I don't know, like wanting to be popular and in that group, but like, yeah, and in doing that, kind of like making and forming friendships with different people and then leaving them. Because I'm like, well, they're not gonna make me cool, whatever. Anyways, so like a lot of shame and regret also about how I used to handle myself as an adolescent, young adult. So I think just a lot of anxiety was coming up thinking about this thing. But yeah, I'm getting my car fixed right now and decided to go on a little walk. And earlier I was like trying to rush because I have all these like ideas and plans that I want to do. Like I want to go back to my high school and run on the track, and it's just not gonna fucking happen. Like I got a late start, I got a haircut, my car is getting fixed. Like I can't rush that shit. And I guess it's just like, it's all good, it's okay. And earlier this week I was like crying to Blake. I'm like, I just feel like I didn't fit in and all this stuff. And how is it that like I can go across the fucking world by myself, literally multiple times on my own, and not feel, yeah, like feel a little bit of anxiety, but not this like inner childhood trauma anxiety, and be fine. But here I am going to like a freaking bar 10-year reunion with like people that I kind of already know in a way, and I'm so like distressed. So I think like everything is working out the way that it should, and I honestly feel good about going into this whole thing. So yeah, I am excited now. Hanging out with Danny, aka Poops, because I always shit in front of her. She makes me poop. She's not even in my grade. Bye! Do you have anything to say about Oak Park and our reunion?
No.
And our 10-year reunion? No.
Okay, that's not our 10-year reunion. I've known you longer.
No?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, you were in high school.
I was in high school when we met. We used to work at Starbucks together. I went to Starbucks today and I ordered a tall iced tea and they gave me a Trenta.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I love you. Drive safe. OMG, I'm on my way. Let's go.
Starting Winter Petals and Pines Brewing Company.
Okay.
Proceed to Newbury Road, then turn right.
I'll see you there, you guys. I'll see you there. You'll see me there, actually. I hope I'm not like disgustingly sweaty, smelly. But it's okay if I am. I accept it. I've done so much since I've been in high school. I'm so proud of myself.
At the light, turn right onto Marin Avenue.
OMG, how do I look? I think I look good. I think I look fine. I'm just gonna walk right on in there. Oh my God, this is Brandon Tucker. I literally have memories of his mom making me Jell-O in like what? Like elementary school, first grade, yeah.
She'd always come up to us, she'd ask us for Jell-O. Her favorite was the Jell-O eggs.
The Jell-O egg. Oh my God, I think I remember. That's crazy.
We high school lovers, you know, like high school husband, wife, like life skill.
Okay, but like not actually.
Not actually. We had a baby.
We had a baby though.
we had a fake baby that cried.
We were in this class called life skills, and then how did we become husband and wife?
I don't know.
But they basically
Did we get
paired
signed?
you. No, I think we picked each other.
Each other? Okay.
That's so sweet. And then now I just found out his parents are in
Nicole does
town.
not have a baby.
Okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, we're at our 10-year high school reunion.
Brother, you're going deep in here. Okay.
We're getting deep.
Okay,
This is like what I'm so intrigued by. It's just like depth and like also just documenting my life.
I love that. I love it for you.
So I'm just trying to figure out like my path.
Okay.
Because you asked me like earlier, like what are you doing? And I'm just like, I have no fucking clue. But I'm just like
that's not a bad thing.
no, it's not. I actually like I'm good with it right now. But like just trying to like get deep about life and
I love
like
that.
think about this shit.
Let's do it.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're 10 years later. What
10 years, yeah.
Yes. Coming into this, I was just thinking about like myself in high school and like what have you reflected on between like high school and now?
Dude, that's a lot.
I know.
Okay. I literally spent the last 2 hours going around like our high school.
Yeah. Wait, I wanted to do that.
You would have ran into me. I was like at our high school. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, like 2 hours ago. I was just like walking around.
By yourself?
Everything seems smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I think like the event of a high school reunion is a little bit anxiety inducing.
I was having anxiety all fucking week.
Like, okay, I'm not a very anxious person, but the fact that like there's a whole like 100 people here that know you, that like you haven't kept in touch with for 10 years, very anxiety inducing. It's just kind of natural, but once you are here, it's
Wait,
like.
what was the anxiety part? Like, what was it for you that was anxious?
There's no single thing, right? Like it's hard to narrow it down.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that like you know all these people, and I mean I'm not on social media, but I know that everyone has had lives like for 10 years and like gone their separate paths.
Yeah.
And everybody had like this one connector that they obviously wasn't strong enough to like keep everybody connected like for 10 years. But it would be nice to like meet up, right?
Yes.
Like I've been telling people like in my life about this recently. Like there should be a word for like wanting to keep up with like really old friends or like some continuity, like nostalgia.
Yes.
Vibe, right?
Yeah, I feel like I was feeling anxious about this because I was like, I just feel like in high school I felt like I didn't fit in, and I was always just
You
like.
did not fit in. What are you talking about? You were super popular.
I'm gonna start crying. Literally, I'm gonna start crying.
You were super popular. What are you talking about?
No, but I didn't. That's so funny because like I was thinking about it and like I guess in the moment I didn't feel that way. But then I like look back and I actually just met this man yesterday and I was telling him like, oh, I'm going to this high school reunion, and he's like, and I was telling him how I felt like I didn't fit in back then, and he's like, well, you're gonna go there and you're gonna realize like why you didn't fit in. And I was like, you know,
you're gonna feel awkward and be like on the outside.
no, not awkward, but just like I think I realized like I didn't have like one group. I just was like my own self.
Isn't that being an adult? Like no one is in one group anymore. You're ahead of your time, Nicole. Okay.
Exactly.
You're above the clicks, you know. Okay.
No, literally, I'm like I was beyond my time.
Yeah, ahead of your time.
Ahead of my time.
So mature.
Thank you for being on my video.
Thanks, Nicole.
Okay. I have a question. So it's been 10 years since you graduated high school. What are you thinking about, like, now versus then? Like, what have you been reflecting on? Brittany, you go first because you were the popular girl. This girl was, like, so popular.
I can't.
And look at this giant fucking rock.
Okay, honestly, I reflected on my relationships with my friends. Because I moved away and I didn't feel as close to everyone. And I realized how important it was for me to stay close with them. So I'm working on that.
I thought I would be ready to have kids pretty soon, and I am now loving my career and loving where I am.
What do you do? What's your career?
I'm in real estate now, and I love. I just am not ready for it that I thought I would be at this point.
That's amazing. Go you, boss girl. And she's a boss girl. This girl's a boss girl.
I
you so much.
I literally every time I always love your videos. I'm like, dance it off, girl. Dance it off. Yes. Yes. Gianna, do you want to be in my video? A video for what? YouTube. About my 10-year reunion. Oh my god. And then Danny doesn't want to be in our video, but we used to be 3 peas in a pod, and now we're all separated.
Yes, we're all very much all separated. I did tell Danny, though, I looked for our initials on the bench the other day.
Are they there?
They're gone.
Oh, that's so a while ago. I'm really, really, really close.
Turn right.
Y'all, I did it. And now I'm sitting in my car by myself, and it's like, that was a lot of socializing and kind of overwhelming, but yeah, I think I'm gonna drive back home. It's only a 2-hour, 20-minute drive. I do need to get some gas, so that's a little unfortunate, but I don't know. I think I need to process that all, and a nice drive home will be good. Hello! I just want to first shout out my friend Casey for encouraging me to record this video as a post reflection, because this morning I have been feeling kind of like I have so much content already, and I'm just kind of like it's been tucked in a box in the corner, and I feel this overwhelm of content to post it in a chronological way or something, or just like, but then it just doesn't feel right. And like what is calling to me right now is to post this video about my high school reunion, because it's just live for me right now. It's like I just went 2 days ago to this 10-year high school reunion, and there were just so many things about it that felt so wholesome and like completing a cycle. And I just want to like talk about it. I didn't think I was going to get what I got out of it. I guess I just didn't really know what I was getting myself into, but I just felt like super anxious before going into that week, just thinking about myself at the time 10 years ago, and that was still kind of like living inside of my body of just wanting to fit in and never having that feeling of confidence and comfort that I do now at 28. And yeah, I just had so many cool moments there, and I wish I got like more video and all of that. That's what I got is what I got. And when it was just so cool, and I loved going. I am so happy that I went. I feel like I healed a part of myself, that anxious version of me who was just like always wanting to be cool, always wanting to fit in. And now 10 years later, like I realize like I am cool. I don't need to fit in, because like what is most important to me now is just that I work every day towards being comfortable with myself. And I think that has been like the theme of my life the last 5 years, especially after college. And when I think about when I was just going back and reflecting on this 10-year period of my life and the people who I saw in that room, I had been through college, which was a whole different version of myself. I had graduated college and got into the young adult, like working person, corporate girly version of myself. I have gone through like a healing portion of my life, and it's cool to just like think about how many times I've shed like layers of myself and versions of myself. And not to say that like right now is who I'm gonna be forever. Like I don't think that's ever the case, but yeah, I guess I'm just like going to that made me really comfortable and happy with who I am. So anyways, I have a bunch of different questions that were in the back of my mind that I wish I could verbalize in the moment. The first thing was just like that I was curious about for a lot of people and for myself is like, what was my intention and why did I want to go to the 10-year reunion? The main reason for me, I think, was wanting to get back into that space and reconnect with this part of myself that I think I have definitely put in a closet and closed the door on. Whether I had put her in that door or whether she had put herself through that door and hid herself, like she was hidden, which is never good to just like ignore parts of yourself or pretend that they didn't happen or just be so either afraid or not wanting to shed light on. And I wanted to open that door for her to be like, it's okay, like we've got this. And so I think in my mind, it felt like I was visualizing this younger version of myself and me now as an adult holding her hand to just be like, let's walk in there together, babe. Like, we got this. And before going, I was reaching out to people to be like, oh, should we go together? Like, let's get ready together. And I thought that might be fun. It didn't end up working out that I went with other people, but like what was driving that feeling was like, oh my God, I do want to fit in. I do want to have like a group that I can tie my identity to. And we all walk in together. Like, we're not individuals. Like, we're a group. We're part of something. And so, yeah, that didn't end up working out. And I was feeling super anxious and sad about that at the time. But then now I'm like, oh, it didn't, like, that's not how it was supposed to be. I was supposed to go in there on my own and as an individual and like the person who I am today. So I think if I were to give like one main reason why I wanted to go, that was it, to just like reconnect with this part of myself as a younger teen. And to be like, we fucking got this. Obviously, there's so many other reasons, but that was kind of like the main one. One thing that I got out of it that I didn't think I was going to enjoy so much was seeing all of the people. Like, I wasn't even thinking about, like, who am I going to see? It was more, like, in the moment, I'm like, oh my God, it's so good to see you. Like, what? Like, how is your life? How is your family? Like, we spend years together. Oh my God, miss. We spend years together with these people in classrooms for 8 hours a day. I didn't realize like how nice it would be to see these familiar faces that I grew up with and were part of my formative younger years. Okay, the next question that I wanted to ask people were like their thoughts in the moment of the experience, like how it was for them. And I guess I kind of answered this before, but yeah, my thoughts and my feelings around it was like, this is so nice to gather together. Now as an adult, I can see it as community. Back then it was just like a group of people that we didn't necessarily need to work on gathering together. But now as we don't have these mischief, oh my goodness. But now that we don't have these like easy places to just like get told to go to, it was really nice to be able to gather in community. And then the last kind of question that I had, which I was sort of able to get out in words, was just like, what are your reflections on your life in the last 10 years and who I was versus who I am now? And kind of like, what do you have to say about that? And what do you want to say to this version of yourself? Just kind of like this overall idea of reflecting on 10 years. And I would say for myself that 10 years ago in high school, and I actually had a conversation with somebody about this, Sean Cooper, shout out, because this was one of the best conversations that I had throughout the night. Like, it was so overstimulating seeing so many people and just like, it's like, hi, not really like, let's get deep and dive in. Like, that's, the shit that I love. Okay, so him and I, we went to elementary school together, and a lot of these people, we went to elementary school together. And in elementary school, you're a child, you're a kid, you have this innocence. You are yourself because you don't have that conditioning of like social pressure. You don't have like the conditioning of self-consciousness. It's like literally starting to get awareness of who you are. And then we get into high school, and for me, there was this feeling of like pushing that innocence away. Like, I don't want to be seen as innocent or a child. Like, I'm not a child. I'm getting older. And everything I could do to just like push that identity away of being a kid, I wanted to. And so in high school, there's this trend of becoming just like a different person, a different version of yourself who you're just experimenting with. I don't think any of us knew what we were doing, and definitely weren't. I mean, for me, I was not following my feelings. I was just doing what I thought would be cool or fitting in or good. The good part I didn't think about, just like being a good student. A good student so I could get into college, so I could be, and like that's something that I've been shedding throughout the years too, is like this concept of like being a good something, a good worker, instead of just like being a good fucking human being, like a good person. Like we focus less on these intrinsic things and more on these external, extrinsic kind of things that are good. So that trend of pushing away the innocence, and then now as an adult, I think I have come to terms more with not wanting to push away these feelings of love, innocence, being connected to my inner child, if you want to call it that, and almost embracing that kind of softness. It's like this evolution of like being a little innocent baby to like hardening to become a person in this world. And then life is all about those extremes of going from one end to the other. Like I started on the end of like, if I'm just going to put it in an example of like corporate monkey, workaholic to free spirit traveling the world for months at a time. And I'm like, neither extremes are good. I want to find something in the middle. And so I think that's this 10-year journey, what that 10-year journey has been, coming back to the version of myself that's kind of in the middle of like being such a soft, innocent child, and then also like this hardened teenage self. It's like cool to be in this middle ground. So that's kind of like the reflection that I have of myself over the last 10 years. And I think what I would tell myself, and kind of like the thing that I regret most, is not doing things because I was scared of how it would be perceived as. When you're in school, there's all of these offerings of being part of clubs, being part of groups, trying out theater, trying out sports. And in that time, you get labeled as a drama kid, a jock, a smart brainiac person. As an adult, it's more normal to like be well-rounded and do all of those different things and not just stay stuck in one place. And I'm kind of just having this realization now as to like, I think there are still a ton of people who put themselves in a box, and I think that's what I'm so passionate about in this new part of my life, where I'm like, try fucking everything. Don't put yourself in a box. Like, explore in your life. We have one life to live in this human body. Like, take advantage of the things that you feel passionate about and go for it. Not even go for it, but explore it. Like, what do you have to lose? Like, it's important that we do that so we can have a vitality to us. So yeah, if I were to tell my younger self anything, or kind of like one of my biggest regrets, because if I were to tell someone else who's 10 years younger than me, is just to try everything and don't let other people's opinions of what is cool and what's not determine what I end up doing. And I kind of can use that in my own life right now. It might not be as obvious as like, okay, join the club, even though you're scared of like being part of the club and being labeled that. I see that with content creation, and like sometimes I get scared to post things because subconsciously and deep down I have this fear that something is gonna get judged, or like the raw unfiltered version of these projects that I have might be too vulnerable and very like not edited, and that's really scary. But it's like, if we don't do the things that we're afraid to do, they're always going to be a fear, and maybe years down the line we'll look back and think like, why the fuck didn't I do that? Why didn't I was scared and I should have just done it. I think back to that time of the 18-year-old version of me, and I just want to be more gentler to her. There's so much pressure that I put on myself at 18 to just be seen in a specific light, and I think I can even do that in this day and age, and it's kind of exhausting. So I'm really grateful for this 10-year gap period to celebrate and to kind of reflect on this period of life, how far I've come and who I've become and how much I've changed. And I just really appreciate that experience of being able to really put myself in that, mentally in that place. So those are kind of like my reflections. I don't know if I have more to say, but I definitely am so happy that I went. And if you have a 10-year reunion coming up and you're kind of hesitant, like, think about why you're hesitant, why you don't want to go. And if it's fear of something, fear of being judged or being awkward or put in that situation, like, I don't know. I really encourage you to push past those feelings and remember the lens of who you are today, and to walk in the room with that person leading and holding like your younger self's hands and just being like, what up? We're showing up to the fucking party. We are who we are, and we're confident, we're proud, we're accomplished, and we're really fucking smart. It was so cool to be in that room. Everyone there, I'm like, damn, where we went to school, we were pretty like high standards. And we all look really great. And it was so amazing to see everyone kind of like grown into themselves. But it was just awesome to see how far we have come from like this insecure version of like high school, like teenage self, to now maybe a little bit more certain of themselves. After the reunion, I came back home. I drove back 2 hours, and I ended up spending like 3 hours on Facebook looking through old Facebook groups that I was a part of in high school. And that was like such a trip too, because I didn't realize like how many Facebook groups I started and all this stuff. And like, I just never gave myself the credit back then. And here I was like being like, oh, people think I'm a loser, like all this stuff. And it's like, I don't care if people thought I was a loser back in the day, and I doubt that they were, but I was putting that narrative on myself. And now I'm just so proud that I fucking did that. I was like, yeah, I did start the Facebook group, and I did participate. And that is awesome. That's cool to participate in your life. I don't really have anything else to say. I think the final thing that I do want to say is how amazing it was. I think I already said this. How amazing it was to see everybody. And I just have this gratitude for everyone who just showed the fuck up. Like, they showed up in a space that might have not been so comfortable, but in the end, we all came together and had this experience of community. And I just think like no one can ever take that away from us, whether you belonged back in the day or you didn't. Like, I think about that for myself, because it's like, whether I felt like I belonged or not, like, I was there. I did belong. I had that experience. We all shared this similar collective fucking experience of taking these classes and having trauma from like these teachers or whatever. whether someone wants to say you were there or you were not, I think that's just all in our head. It's like our own worst enemy, beating ourselves up. And it was just nice to be able to say fuck all of that, because I'm here now, and I'm here now, period. Thank you so much for watching this video, listening to my rant and reflection. I hope that if you have a 10-year reunion, you really go. If you want to, do what you want to, and don't force yourself to do anything. Listen to the voices that are in your body that are like telling you to do something and go into a certain direction, because following those feelings is what life is about. That's what I've learned the most in the last 10 years. I think for so long I was ignoring the feelings and I was doing what I was being told to do. Well, wake up call, good news, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have to fucking listen to anyone anymore. We have to listen to ourselves. We get to listen to ourselves, and that is a blessing. And that is what's going to take us to be living our happiest lives. So if I don't see you for another 10, 15, 20 years, I will see you again at some point. And when I see you, that's going to be another amazing moment in my life, because that was so freaking fun. Go to your 10-year high school reunion. I'm so happy that I did. Have a great fucking day. Why did you go to your reunion? What was your intention entering it?
I didn't want to miss out, but it wasn't in the sense of missing out and like FOMO and like, but I didn't have a good reason to not go. And why miss it just because you don't want, like, because you're nervous, because I was kind of nervous about saying hi to people and seeing people and all that, you know, the social awkwardness. But it was very worth it. It was really fun. It was wholesome. It's fun to relive memories and share life, you know?
Mm-hmm. What would you tell yourself right now to 10 years? Like, how do you say that question? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you say, what would you tell yourself 10 years ago? Or
what would you tell
if you could say any message to yourself 10 years younger? That's good. That's a good point. What is the best way to phrase that question? I've heard it phrased good.
And then also, like, the other way around, like, what do you think, like, 10-year ago self would think about this, you know, like, both perspectives of, like,
what would you tell yourself from 10 years ago?
Yeah.
It's like that, kind of.
What would you tell yourself from 10 years ago?
Still doesn't sound that right.
Because it's like, yeah.
What things would you want to tell your 10-year-old? No.
What message?
What message
would you want to say? What message would you want to tell your 10?
Or your high school, your high school self.
Or what's something that you're...
That's why is that so hard?
See, it's hard to form the questions. It's like, I know the thought. The thought is like...
Everybody knows that thought, too.
Yeah. But what is the thought?
Yeah, it's like if you could go back in time, you know, what would you want to hear, knowing all that you know now?
That's a great way to put it.
But it's kind of still complicated. But I know.
And like,
I would want to just say, like, don't be so shy, don't be so nervous. Be more open. You know, don't worry so much. Just be yourself. Don't worry so much. And just do cool stuff.
The question that I'm curious, not even the question, but what I'm curious to know from other people is what their perspective is on high school version of themselves compared to now, like the growth that you've experienced.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. These are all really good. And also, and you were kind of talking about it before, but like, what's your relationship with high school? How did it go down for you? Was that a positive? Was it negative? Was there some trauma? Was there some like bad development that happened because of things that happened in high school? Was it good development? You know, it's such formative years, and how did that forming go for you, for each and every person? You know, some people like hate high school. You have had a weird relationship with it, even college too. Some people are like, it's all good, you know.
But I feel like across the board, everyone had a similar experience, whether they seemed like they did or not, you know? There was, because everyone kind of was also like, I'm a little anxious going into it.
Yeah, everyone,
like,
yep.
I think now we're just maybe more open to talking about it versus maybe back then it was like, we can't express feelings and like cover it up. I'm cool. It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
fine.
you have to. That's like survival. It feels like. I wonder what like. Everybody knows that the experience that you get in high school and college, like what's so important about it is obviously not the academics and the grades, but it's social interactions and learning how to interact with the world and people and superiors and authorities and peers. But everybody kind of almost unanimously talks about the weird, how hard it is to get through high school as a teenager and the social anxieties that everyone has. So like, is it actually good? Like, are you actually learning how to interact with the world and stuff? Or is it muddled and like confounded too much by all the social anxiety that you have in this like weird artificial kids situation that kind of like ruins it? And it's not realistic. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say?
I kind of
It's like
lost you.
Is it messed up?
Right.
The social interaction, or is it actually good and natural in how you learn? Or is it just
it's
fucked
both.
up by the
I think it's a little bit of both, as usual.